Mark, real battle out there today, another point on the board. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, point one, I think our levels weren't great today for whatever reason. I thought we had a number of good chances, certainly in the first half when our play just needed to be a little bit more careful and pick the right pass with the right appreciation, and then we could have had clear-cut chances. Second half we lost it away a bit, to be perfectly honest, and they came more into the game, the crowd got up, so that makes it more difficult for you. So it's a case of just, as we've said many times about managing the game, we didn't do that particularly well today. Had to make a change towards the end, and I think that got us a little bit more control for the last period when Eastie came on. But chances again that we could have done better. But as it was, we've taken points away from a team that's in good form. But there's a feeling of disappointment because I think we could have had more today.
Is it one of them games you think where a winning goal for either side would have been that little bit more hard-earned just because of the nature of the game and how well both teams defended, how sort of competitive it was? Yeah,
listen, it was a battle, but a lot of it was through individual errors, really, and just not dealing with initial balls. You've just got to be really sure in what you want to do when you receive the ball. If it's transitioning, it's going back and two, then the game becomes bitty and fragmented, and you're at risk of a ball running into the path of somebody and they're scoring. That's why it's always better if we can to have that control that we talk about. Today it was just a little bit disappointing in terms of our overall play. I felt there was a number of challenges that went unheeded by the referee, a number of challenges that we didn't come out with the ball when we should have done. So overall, performance that left a little bit to be decided, but we can do better. But I suppose, given we're not completely happy with the performance, we get a point. So that's a sign that we're making it difficult for teams to overcome us. So we'll take that out of it.
Can we perhaps say as well the opposition, the environment as well perhaps contributed to our perhaps lower levels a little bit? Obviously quite hostile, quite a full house, and
it shouldn't really bother you. That's why we play football. You want to come to these places and disappoint people. That's the whole thing about having the capacity and the personality on the ball to demand the ball in difficult situations. I just think there was a number of times when we hurried into things when we didn't need to be. So that's something to talk about, something to discuss. Obviously, when we review the game on Monday, there's a number of areas that we know we can do better. There's areas of the game that we practice day in, day out, and we didn't really execute them today. So that's a little bit of dip in our level. So we're conscious of that. We don't want that to continue. So we'll make sure that come Tuesday we're ready to go again.
Another clean sheet. I think you can probably look all across the back four, back five and be impressed by how those lads have battled and dug in and really kept the ball.
Yeah, we had to go. We got bodies in front of goal-bound shots. Harry's made a number of saves, which once again we were thankful for, but I was more concerned really with the play leading up to it. It's always difficult when teams go back to front. You've got to win the initial ball, and certainly if you don't win the initial ball, then you certainly win the second one. A number of times we didn't really anticipate things, and if you don't anticipate, then you're just reacting to situations, and that's when you can make mistakes. So we got away with it to a certain extent today, but in saying that, we had any number of chances that we could have taken them and taken the 3 points.
Back at home on Tuesday, a quick turnaround after staying unbeaten away from home. Due a result there, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll look forward to it. I have a real sense that we'll be a lot better on Tuesday. It's important that we continue to pick up points. That's what we're doing at the moment, so we're pleased about that. But we're up against a good team that's been good at this level for a number of years now. So it'll be another test, a different test. That's what you find in League Two. Week in, week out, there's different challenges that you have to face up with and recognise early enough in terms of what the opposition want to do. So we need to be a little bit better in terms of recognising when teams have changed formation, changed up, go to 4-4-2 or pressing from the front. So we need to be a little bit more able to recognise that, not only myself included in that, but certainly on the pitch where we're a little bit slow to understand what the opposition are doing.